In Colorado, when courts are determining parenting time and decision-making, they're considering the best interests of the children. It's very important for parents to understand that from the very beginning of the case, so that expectations can be set and so that we can be effective as possible.
People really need to understand that there is no one way to do a custody case, and that you have a lot of different options that are really only limited by your ability to get along and by your imagination in the case. You don't always have to go to court. You certainly don't have to let a judge decide what the custody of your child is going to look like.
In helping a client figure out what a good custody arrangement is for the children, I like to hear the history of the parties with their children and the schedules that they've developed, and then see how we can translate that into a two-parent household and what schedule is really going to work for the best interest of the child.
Often people ask me if their child will be able to tell the judge what they want. I always discourage against that. I think it's detrimental for children to be placed in the middle and set against one parent or the other. Children's needs and wants can be considered, but it's not going to be through talking to a judge directly.
If I have a client who's facing a custody case, what I would tell them is to look long-term. They need to think about how this is going to impact the children for the years to come and not be so bogged down in the actual custody case that they can't see that future.
We don't want to ruin the co-parenting relationship if there is one. We want to look at the history of the relationship between each parent and the child, but we also want to maintain the relationship between the parents if at all possible. It's important to consider the best interests of the children, but it's also important to consider practicalities. What's your work schedule? How far apart do the parties live? And so that's how I set expectations with my clients and how I get effective results when it comes to custody.